Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back once again for another Let's Play of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If you did miss out during the last video, well, we just went and got ourselves with the gold ring, had to go and battle out with the boss known as the Succubus, and that was in a destination known as the Nightmare, located within the underground caverns. And here in this episode, we are still here in this said underground caverns, but we won't be here for too long though, because we are going to be reaching off to another said new area around within the castle known as the Catacombs. And no, it's not going to be the said type of Paris catacombs, but it's going to be the Dracula catacombs that are going to be here within this type of area. And for what we're going to actually have to go and do is actually search for a boss by the name of Cerberus, because we can't really enter on into the actual full-on catacombs yet until we go and battle with that said type of boss. But the item that we're going to be looking for in that said destination is going to be known as the Spike Breaker. And if you guys recall from before, there was an area somewhere within the Royal Chapel that we couldn't really go and do all that too much, but however, if we do go and pick up with this set type of armor, which that is going to be with the Spike Breaker, then we should be able to go and reach off into that way to go and look for the next up and coming ring, which that is going to be with the Silver Ring. And you want to make sure that you at least have not only just with the gold ring, but also with the silver ring as well too, because that will actually lead us into actually somewhat returning back to where Richter is going to be. But however, this time around, Maria will actually give us something interesting known as the Holy Goggles, which that will be a big help, because then we can actually somewhat continue onwards within our adventure, because we'll be able to find out what exactly that type of Richter character has been in disguise for. But we don't really know who exactly is in disguise just yet, so I don't really want to go off into too much of a spoilers territory on that. But however, let's try to make sure that we get that clock sub weapon back with us, because we are going to keep that for the remainder of our said time out here, hopefully. If I don't go and mess anything else up. But yes, before you actually go and head off into this Cerberus battle, make sure that you do have the Alucard mail with you. This will actually give you resistance of fire, ice, and I think also water attack or something around, or lightning attack maybe around within there. But also to set up for your sub-clock weapon, because Cerberus will go pretty much slow around over here. But if you do it in a way where if you kind of time it out where this man's gonna like start setting up with like rapid fire and actually do it while it's like really slow, that will also cause you a little bit of some problems as well too. But that's why here in this type of stage is that you will actually have some of this type of walking platforms up here, so that you can actually somewhat dodge out within all those type of fire attacks if you do have the slow type of formation of Cerberus here with the subclock weapon. So he does actually have some other different moves. He does have like this type of, I guess, sit down type of fire attack where he kind of just launches off with some sort of hyper fire beam that's out here, but just be a little bit cautious on that. Oh yeah, so there's his rapid fire flamethrower attack, so you want to be a little bit careful from there. But however, you don't really want that when you have the sub-clock weapon out open up on that one though. But as long as you can jump over all these type of spots here, you should be fine. Well, technically, Cerberus is really not all that too bad. It's just that you just want to make sure that you at least somewhat precise out your timing of your different hits that are here. But however, Cerberus is down and out, and just like that, we got ourselves another life max up. So we're all the way up at 224 now, so pretty good on the HP that we are doing right now. And I think by this time, just have to go across all through this type of pathway here, and we should be getting a little bit more closer to the actual said catacombs itself. Now, there should be a new said type of relic that will be located around within here, and we will be picking that one up. I think it's another type of Li type of character as well, which that is going to be, I think, some sort of demon card or something. So we'll have to see what that's all about. Hopefully I'm right on that one. Now, mind you, I just did this post-recording just right on after once I just went and finished off with this game here. So I'm trying to remember everything as I go. But there is a said type of teleporter, so that's very nice. So if we ever do need to go and teleport our way back to here, we can always go and do that. I really hate these gremlin guys, just to let you guys know. These guys are not very fun around within here. Now, it seems like I did go and lose it on my sub-clock weapon, but not to worry. I believe there is another said type of clock area that we will be able to go and pick up later. But there we go. Got ourselves with a demon card. And just head on down through here. And just watch out for those type of, I guess, those type of fairy ladies or whatever that they're down here, because we don't really want to go and be messing around with those guys. Alright, now it looks like we got some new items here. Got some like Karma Coin and a combat knife. Not really too entirely sure on what the actual karma coin does. Don't know if that ever helps us out with our stats, or probably maybe debuffs our stats or something. I'm not really too entirely certain. Somebody could probably let me know. But here we are inside the catacombs. There is some new enemies to be located around within here. Pretty certain that we got ourselves with a were-skeleton. Those guys are a little bit annoying. But yeah, so currently right now, as you guys go to see with our sub-weapon at this point, we do have an axe here, but we will be changing that up somewhat pretty much soon. But we're just going to go and head all the way through here and battle with some of these were-skeletons. Now, if you guys remember, we have went and picked up with a said new bat type of ability known as the Echo of the Bat, and I think that actually happened a couple episodes ago as well. But if you guys do recall, this said Echo of the Bat is something that is going to be somewhat very much viable around over here in this place, because it's going to be a big help for what we're going to be needing for. And around within our time of trying to pick up with the said spike breaker, there's going to be a lot of said type of spikes, and it's going to be very much pitch dark around within the way that we're going to be heading on into it. And you're going to be needing that Echo of the Bat to at least somewhat kind of visualize exactly where you're going to be going without having to hit any of those type of spikes in the dark. But yeah, so as you guys go see, I have tried to make sure that I get enough type of healing as I go. Since we do have the healing mail, we can actually walk back and forth while we walk, so that I can at least go regain most of the health around that's going to be around within here. Alright, so head on through this way. And this is where we're going to have to go in to kind of deal with right now. So just be very, very, very cautious here, because this is where things can get a little bit of a problem. I remember when I went and tried to do this before, when I first played throughout Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This part was a really big annoying problem. So just be calm, be cool, and you should be fine. Just try to use your Echo of the Bat as you go. We're almost done here, so... At least the good thing is that it's not like a very big type of long area that's here. Unless if you try to make it as long as you need it to be. Kinda, I'm somewhat making this a little bit longer than it needs to be, but... Mind you, I am a little bit more nervous when it comes to this, because this area will actually destroy out on Alucard to give you a game over. But there we go. Just like that, we got it. And head on down a little bit forward here, because we have to still go a little bit more deeper into this way. And I think we're almost about to be heading on into the said spike breaker armor here, because I think just after once we're all said and done with these were-skeletons, we should be able to see that there should be like somewhat of like a dead end type of area somewhere around within this way. So let's just keep on moving and just waiting until we get ourselves fully healed back up to 200. There we go. And keep on heading down through here and just go and destroy out this area for a little bit. And got ourselves with the spike breaker. Very nice. And a library card too. So now we get to go and check out what the spike breaker is all about. So it's a spike to break armor. So very nice. So that is how we're going to end off with the video for today. And I'll let this video go and do itself out. And of course, peace.